The electricians are all finished up wiring this thing. They've done a great job. So tomorrow we got the water treatment guys coming. What the f am I looking at? In this video, you're gonna see some very cool tradesmanship, some very poor craftsmanship, and one takeaway that I'm gonna keep for future modifications. Stay tuned. Hope you learned something. The electricians are all finished up wiring this thing. They've done a great job piping everything in with EMT. And so you can see here where the right shipping container doors. This is very important. You always want your switch behind the right door. At home, my switch is behind my left door, and it's really annoying because I got to open up the first door, then go around and turn my lights on. Little pro tip there, me learning from my mistake. Another thing is from here, there's a man door on the shipping container as well, and so you'll want a three-way switch. So the switch will turn on either at the container doors or at the man door. So from here, we pipe up with our strut channel, over and then down the container. And you can see the LED 4-foot fixtures are spaced out nice and even. This is so bright in here when it is turned on. Too bad we don't have it fired up for you, but this is what I'm talking about. This right here is the other switch. So this allows you, doesn't matter which one you turn on, the lights will come on or off. It'd even be kind of nice to have a little motion sensor in there in case you forget. And then we always try to use a 4-gang box here so we can also get a couple plugs. And for this instance, the customer is going to be utilizing this as ATV storage, but they'll also be putting their water treatment system in here. And so tomorrow we got the water treatment guys coming. I'm really curious to absorb all the information that I can and learn from this, because to make a whole containerized acreage or solution, you would definitely need clean water. That's probably step one for living off the grid. Summer only system, but we are gonna learn how to treat water. I'm really excited. Tomorrow we're gonna be able to show you that. What the f am I looking at? Look at this. What'd they do? Oof. No washer, bolted plywood to our strut channel. We put strut channel every 11 inches in this thing to mount all of their plumbing, all of their fixtures, and they just went and hillbillied it. Hope that's vibration proof. Whew, this is done for my buddy here, so I'm gonna have to give him a call and just let him know that it's Mickey Mouse. I think I've pissed patterns in snow more coherent than this, so this is not a good install, especially when these plumbers or tradesmen or whoever showed up, maybe they're not, they're staring at pipe. Like our electricians did an amazing, beautiful job of wiring this all in exactly where they wanted their plugs, yet they're not utilizing anything. We've had one other video with plumbers where they kind of Mickey Moused our washroom build there, and that, I don't know, it's happening again. So we gotta find someone that understands our system and utilizes it properly. I could unbolt this plywood, unbolt the components off the wall and just strap it back onto the strut and do a way better job, and I've never seen this stuff before. If you're a plumber and you're watching this, please, there are specific straps that strap right into strut channel. They just tighten up like a bolt. They're so simple. You don't need to constantly go back to plywood. Like, this is a water treatment plant. This stuff's gonna condensate and leak. And what, they're mounting it to spruce? Why wouldn't you use treated plywood?
Why?
In a water room here that's non-insulated and surely gonna sweat. It's gonna be super hot in here and probably, 0-degree water coming up inside. So bad, wrong, and evil. Poor buddy who gets this as his water treatment plant for his lake, I guess. Hey, I just noticed something. There's some silver lining to this shit install job. They use some banjo fittings. So these are bulkhead fittings for like poly tanks. We utilize the 2-inch version a lot with our hazardous material storage containment pan solutions. But here, they drilled maybe a 2-inch or 1.5 inch hole, and that allows them to run a pipe straight outside, and then there'll be a threaded fitting on the other end. So the person at the other site will be able to just thread right back into that, and it should be a watertight fitting. So that's a really good idea, how to puncture container walls and pass liquids through the container. So still doesn't fully solve like cable pass through, or maybe it might, who knows? If you're looking to run electrical through here, maybe you could sleeve in a pipe now. So I really like this idea. Let's jump outside and see what it looks like out there. First off, I see he oiled his bit here, so he protected his bit, good for him, but he shot metal shards a foot high, so he must have been running it in top gear, but he did leave metal shards everywhere, and so it does eventually rust and it wear right through the paint and eat out your can. But back to these banjo fittings, the threads on the outside are for the seal, and the threads on the inside are for whatever you're passing through. So it looks like I don't know if that's a 1 inch and a 3/4 inch. You should be able to get some even decent volume through there. Any bigger than this, then it's gonna be too wide for the corrugations. You can jump to the outside corrugations on the end wall. This is about the widest place that you're gonna find a flat surface on a shipping container. At least one good idea came out of this. Hope you learned something.